Hello everybody and welcome back to another video of Heroes of the Storm. Today we're playing some Malthael. This is a hero requested game. And they requested we play a W focus build with Tormented Souls at 10. I played one practice game and it was a 5 versus 5 assassin cluster match, but it actually went pretty well, all things considered. We did end up losing, but I'm thinking that I can make this build work. And if it doesn't work in this scenario, I would love to try it against a tanky team. So maybe I'll draft it in a ranked game sometime. But I typically do go for the Q talents and the R, so it's a completely different play style for me whenever I pick up this build. But in the game I played, it was a lot of fun. So hopefully we'll do a little bit better in this next one and have a good hero request for you. So here we go. Alright, and we find ourselves on the Hanamura Temple today. Not a really good map for my hero, for Malthael, because Malthael does struggle taking both the turret and the sentinel camp. He can do him, but they leave him at 1 HP and he has to hearth, so he's not super efficient at it as, say, a Zeratol or Illidan might be. I even think Vala does a better job sometimes. But at level 1, we're going to pick up Death's Reach. This will increase the range of our W by 35%. This is going to be nice for finding these enemies and being able to attach onto them. So the main one is getting onto the Anduin. He's going to be the one to do it. Additionally, that's a really scary team to go up against. Yeah, Illidan Abba combo. I'm more scared of the Abathur Zeratol than anything, as they are such a mobile composition, and they're also both squishier heroes. Now, if you don't know, Malthael is the second squishiest bruiser in the game. He's only beaten by Thrall in that department. And because of this, the reason he can be squishy and still be an effective hero is because, I actually want to kill this, is because he self-heals a lot. He's able to put out AoE damage, percent damage on enemies, and heal off of that. So Malthael loves going up against comps that are tanky and more melee focused, so they're grouped. That's where he thrives, but the enemy team only meets one of those criterias. They are a pretty melee grouped team, but they are not have high percentage on their health. This camp Malthael does pretty well. You can see because of that AoE group damage, he does pretty dang good on it. But if I were to try to take this camp, I would take a decent bit of health and damage. So I don't really want to do that. We'll just continue to get this XP lead because we are a low health hero. But a way to get more health is be a higher level than the other team. Here we go. I lose this in every scenario, I think, with him having the hat. But I can't help myself, so I think I made the trade a little bit more even by jumping in there in the last second. But we do have to be super careful of the enemy team's rotations. I wasn't really paying attention there. Oh, and it almost cost me my life. So because of this, we're just going to let the wave push into me. We too have a Zeratol as well as a Karazim, and I think those two heroes will do well into their composition, but it's going to be very difficult to kill that Illidan, I think. I'm debating between Throwing Shade and Black Harvest. If you don't know, Zeratol's... Wow, he took that fast. Zeratol's trait is called Reaper's Mark. And what Reaper's Mark does... this is actually a good fight. If he doesn't have the hat, and I stay within these minions, it might go better, but he just has so much damage with that hat. Alright, I think I'm going to want Throwing Shade. That's what I picked in the last game. So Throwing Shade reduces... Oh boy. Reduces the mana cost and cooldown of my E, as well as increases the range. You can see how far my abilities were shooting out there. I'm really just hoping I'm not going to get ganked here, as I try to get full HP off of this minion wave here, and then I'll rotate to group with the friendly team. Although with that death of Vala, we definitely will not be doing that. So we'll retake the camp so we can get a little bit of vision and try to watch this enemy team wherever they might go. I'll also have to regroup to defend against this camp, which by the looks of things is going to cause some serious damage onto our buildings. So it might even be better just to let it push and do its thing, and I'll clear the minion wave to try to stop reinforcements from helping it. It just deals an absurd amount of damage, this camp, and we really don't have, like I mentioned before, the capabilities to be dealing with it too much. All in all, though, we end up, even if anything, in the lead from that trade because of how much siege damage the friendly team has outputted already. So we'll just continue on our fun little push game and try to scale. Level 16, I've noticed, is a huge power spike for this build, and this hero in general, actually. Regardless of build, your level 16 talent tier seems to be very good for a Malthael. We're going to pick up Massacre here, so this will allow our Ws to apply Reaper's Mark, my trait, to all enemies within a small range. So now, we actually will do very well, not very well, we'll do a lot better up against this enemy team than we would before we had this. Taking a look at this Asmodean's build, because he's the one coming to talk to us. And you can see there, although our W wasn't used on the chunky Asmodean, we still were able to land our abilities on him. And unfortunately, I think he's going to get out of there just fine. The Abathur hat just makes it a losing trade for me no matter what. We have the lane frozen here a little bit, though, so we're going to try to keep that up. I might even tap here, just 'cause I feel like it's an okay time to do so. And consider going back in. Is he going to come? Oh, I barely missed it. I was smashing my buttons trying to hit it. There we go. I think he dies here. It might cost me my life, though, if I get rotated on. It doesn't look like I will. But he's getting so much siege done to my buildings that I'm just killing him a little bit too slow. I'm going to try to counteract all of this, though, by keeping my team at least, at the very least, steady on soak. And watching to get ganked. As at the health pool I'm at, I think I'd be fine, but it would be close. We're going to go ahead and rotate in with the friendly team as they try to take this camp, but these ABBA mines are going to slow me down to the point where I actually cannot do anything else now. Maybe even send a... Yep, try to find these ABBA mines. There we go. And it's so risky doing this, so we're going to just keep our eyes right here. I think... One more Q will do the trick. We'll send out one of these. Oh, those didn't last hit. That's annoying. Alright, time to go now, for sure. Consumed or Tormented Souls is our ult. This ability, its greatest trait is that whenever we press R, it will return our W's cooldown. I really don't want to get revealed in that bush. The Tang Asmodean minion is screwing us over here, and some nice abilities by the enemy team here is going to start to pummel some damage out, but you can see us using our ult here to try to chase down this enemy team, and we're getting 2 kills out of the ordeal and some nice damage out there on the Anduin as well. Both him and an Abba hat. I do actually lose that, I think, unless I'm grouped up in a minion wave, then I could possibly win. I think I'm just going to base. I'm a little low on mana for my liking, and the enemy team's already revived, so me basing lines up perfectly with the Asmodean as well. Zera gonna be scary late game. Yeah, Zeratol is so good on this map because there's nowhere for your team to run to and hide. Level 13, I'll probably pick up Soul Siphoning, although Ethereal Existence could be good. I'm not entirely sure which one I'm gonna pick up there. We shall see. But I gotta figure that out rather soon. Trying to use all of my abilities on this enemy team here. We'll be able to pick up 2 kills, Hanzo, myself, and Karazim, but we did leave our backline Vala scarily exposed. And I don't think that we win this. Yeah, I just gotta back out. We will get the objective, thankfully, though. Hopefully our ally doesn't die to some Zeratol shenanigans. We're going to go ahead and R as well, just to ensure he doesn't have a freebie escape. Although he's running at quite the speed to get out. We're just going to force the healer back so he can't use his pull to save his ally. And with that, our bottom lane is getting wrecked. It does look like our Zeratul heading that way to try and slow it down or stop whatever shenanigans the red team is pushing in with down there. All the camps are taken, and I'm mildly low on mana, so I'm going to go ahead and base. And it does look like the push of Asmodan, he will suicide for it, but he'll get the building. Almost getting the kill on our ally as well. He's going to have to base. And I think we're just going to pick up more healing with Soul Siphoning. So this will allow me to heal for a little bit more off of my Qs. Excuse me. Per, let's see, Soul having... Increase Soul Siphoning's bonus heal from... It doesn't say what from, but to 4.75 of their maximum health. So we heal a little bit more off of our Qs is the moral of the story. Ethereal Existence would have been good for the physical armor, but I went that on my last game, and I didn't feel like it made much of a difference. I am pretty terrified here. We have 2 of our allies dead, and the enemy team is closing in on us. I do have my R button up, but with a light bomb on the enemy team, that could be quite scary for me. So I'm going to just wait for my allies to respawn. Both the enemy team's buildings are rather low, and there is no mule on the Abathur, which thank goodness for that. Does look like there are all of the enemy teams stacked up here wanting to fight us. I would be cool with it now. We have all of our allies alive, as well as my level 10 ability up and ready to go. So it doesn't look like the enemy team wants to engage, though. They just want to continue to take resources from us, which is a good play on their part. Oh, I just tabbed out on accident. Alrighty. Now we're going to look for the engagement here. If the friendly team wants to, we can totally do it. We're going to do it here. Make sure to use our R button to apply my trait everywhere on the map and get so much healing off of my my Qs. As well as another nice R or W, and we are able to pick up a whole team kill, but it might cost me my life. Oh my gosh, I was at 10 HP. We're just going to base. I don't want to hit an Abathur mine, so we're just going to press B right here. Holy cow. We're able to pick up almost a full team wipe on the enemy team. If they had Abathur in that fight, he would have died as well, and it would have been a full team wipe. And the camp will hopefully take this building just off of the sheer amount of pressure it outputs, but Abathur's clone is actually able to take the aggro of it, and that will save his building. Abathur's... I have a love-hate relationship with Abathur on this map. Because it's good for the mine aspects, but he's often not able to split push if the team reacts to him properly. We are rapidly approaching our level 16 talent tier, which is going to be huge for us. We're going to be picking up mortality. Oh my gosh, that is one very dead Hanzo. That might cost us the objective. But mortality, let's go. We're going to pick up mortality. It allows us to deal 8% of all heroes' maximum HP that are hit by my W. If you remember, my W is only meant to hit one hero. But with my level 7 talent, it's now cleaving and hitting multiple heroes. We're going to go ahead and ping that we have our ult up. And we're willing to go in with the friendly team if they want to. We're just going to go in on the back line here. It doesn't look like we'll get much done. Okay. Should have been spamming out more W's that fight, but... yeah. Unfortunate that that fight went that way. I guess next time I should be with my allies dealing damage, but the issue is with our team comp having 0 CC except for the Vala ult, Reign of Vengeance. The dive of the enemy team is just too much for us to really contain, especially with them having a light bomb combo. In the hunt, they have infinite more CC than we do, as well as just raw damage and counter ability. But I did play that fight pretty poorly. I should have been spamming out more W's because your ult, whenever you press R, your W gets refunded to you, and whenever your R ends, your W gets refunded to you or reset. So you can really just be spamming out W's. I should have spammed it out immediately, pressed R, spammed it out immediately, had another one back, pressed R, and then at the end of my ult, press W again. I don't know if I explained that how I should have, but I don't think I did. Abathur had a mine placed up there, which, yeah, is kind of confirming he might be in that bush. So we're going to just send something that way. He is actually. Does he move, we think? I don't think he did. Whatever. I'm too afraid of their team to go anywhere near, or anywhere without my team. We do have our R button up and available. And Zeratul is coming in on my backline here. So we're going to go ahead in. W again. Hopefully get one more W up in time. We're going to try to just stay alive as this, Asmodee starts to pummel into us. But we are able to pick up a quadra kill again. And that's definitely the play. I need to be focusing on, like, the Zeratul more so. We'll go ahead and base so we can clear up bottom as well as heal a little bit. That's enough healing for us because we can heal off of our, trait and Q combo. Friendly team stealing the camp. Hopefully we can get a building off of this team wipe this time. As last time we got very little done with our kills on the enemy team. But yeah, looks like Karazim's willing to tank the tower for no one to go help him. The allies are going straight for the keep. They say screw the forts. They might get caught in a weird position if they are not careful as well. Karazim does manage to successfully solo the fort, and they are now looking to take down the keep as well, but the enemy team is reviving, so we're just really going to want to be playing for 20 right now. Level 20 will be big for both teams. I think their team has a little bit of a better level 20 than we do, but yeah, Karazim, you in danger, buddy, and I am not willing to die with you. I'll stick back here, so if he wants to queue and disengage, I'll be close enough to him to do so, like such. And we are a very split team right now. I do have my R button up. Zeratul jumping in on us. I'm sure Light Bomb's going to be coming out any moment now, so I'm really just trying to play a little defensively and help the team out wherever they might need it. Level 20 is rapidly approaching. If we can get this, this camp taken, that will give us level 20. And we can pick up Reaper of Souls. It increases the duration of my R button by 2 seconds, as well as getting a kill refreshes the duration. Looks like the friendly team is diving in on the healer of the enemies. I do get hit by a nice light bomb though, and that's going to cause some serious damage onto me. And trying to spam out my abilities in time, wasn't quite able to, and their Zeratul is going to go ahead through and pummel our team with the help of an Abathur hat. That will be the death of all 5 of us to the Zeratul Abba combo. However, our camp is pushing, so hopefully we'll be able to get this building for the 3rd time this game. They will get the objective, and probably 2 keeps, but I doubt they'll be able to end the video game, just considering who all is alive. There we go. Finally picking up this fort here. And yeah, Zeratul with the hat deals so much damage. Plus the healing from Anduin. Anduin's level... which one is it? Yeah, Renew. So that's so good with Zeratul because he's able to press Q on Zeratul. You can see these two just soloed the fort, or the keep. I do really like this build up. The amount of burst damage you can deal, especially imagine if the enemy team wasn't so bursty themselves, how good we could be. Now, I don't know what I'm more afraid of. Also, we're going to go ahead in on the healer here 100% first. Hopefully get in on the Anduin with one more W and increase the duration of our R button a little bit longer, only taking a small amount of core damage. That shouldn't be enough to really wreck our core. I am afraid though of Zeratul or not Zeratul, Illidan hunting me. Did he go Mega Hunt? He did not go Mega Hunt, so we don't have to be too cautious, but I am pretty afraid of that. Additionally, if Illidan wants to just right click our core, he totally can do that, and there's not much we can do to stop them. The friendly team is kind of thinking about fighting here. I don't know how far they're willing to go. If they wanted to go super far, I would fight with them because the enemy team is down their 2 best heroes right now. So fighting the enemies wouldn't be a bad play. Probably should have been with them in hindsight. I think we should try to force a fight before these enemies respawn, now that I'm thinking about it. but doesn't look like we'll quite be alive in time to do all of that. So I guess we'll go help our Vala. Vala's level 20 is very strong as well. With all of her vaults and all of her Qs, I think we should try to push this out a little bit. Yeah, it looks like the enemy team is just going to continue to rotate around, play Ring Around the Rosie, and we'll have another team fight here coming out soon. We're going to go ahead and try to make sure Abathur can't get any mines set up anywhere on the map, but that might cost me my life. With a light bomb out of nowhere, that will be an instant death for me. Unfortunate. That's why I never wanted to leave my friendly team there, because I leave them for 1 second and I die. I mean, that's how it is for anybody on our team, but except for maybe our Zeratul, who has some escapes. But yeah, it does look like the enemy team is going to position to jump in and end the game. Hopefully the friendly team can get a good defense out here. We have some nice damage coming out, and Light Bomb was used on me just 50 seconds earlier, or less than 50 seconds earlier, so he won't have Light Bomb up in time. Unfortunately, our Kharazim's ult also kind of got nullified. I'll be up in 30 seconds, so we're hoping the friendly team just holds out a little bit longer. Top lane's pushed out just fine, so they should be okay to hold their position. But the Asmodean Dunks are slowly whittling them down. Good healing by both teams' healers, though, to keep each other alive. And the friendly team is able to actually stall out long enough for me to revive by the looks of things. This is a very poor spawn for us, as if we come to the objective here, Abathur gets free push in this lane. So definitely a lucky timing on that spawn for the enemy team. Light Bomb is probably back up now that it's a 60-second cooldown and heroes are dead for 65 seconds. I believe it's past level 20. So I was dead for 65 seconds. There's the Light Bomb. On to our Vala, right in the face. We're going to go ahead and press our R button as well, though, to try to get some damage out on these enemies. So much damage was out on me, though, and my game got lagged out because of all the abilities being used, and we did actually lose everybody but the Hanzo. So much movement speed on the Azodan even, and this is what I'm talking about. Now, the enemy team is going to get the pressure from the Abathur, as well as the pressure from the objective, and that will be the end of the game. It looks like I'm lagging now, and it just started at the end of this game here. I wasn't lagging throughout the game, but we were able to, with this build, get we had top damage for the majority of that game on the team. So very good damage, very good siege, as always, with a Malthael, and pretty good self-healing. I actually am considering using this build as my go-to build whenever I want to be playing as the more aggressive bruiser rather than more of the soak passive bruiser. I still think that a passive soak bruiser is going to be good with the Q focus build, but I was very pleased with this build whenever I tried it out, and we'll definitely be playing it more in the future. So the talents that went in today's video was Death's Reach at level 1 here to increase the range of our W so we can actually get this full combo going. We then go for Throwing Shade at level 4. The extra range on it allows us to hit those far away enemies such as Azodan and the Anduin. We then go for Massacre. Massacre by itself doesn't seem that strong, but when you combo it, especially with Mortality at level 16, it's very, very strong. So Massacre at level 7. We then go for Tormented Souls at level 10, which I think is the right play with this build. Getting the resets on your W's is very strong and very fun. We then go for Soul Siphoning at level 13. This can be swapped out for whatever your needs are at level 13. This is just what I felt like I needed that game. I think it was probably the right pickup. Mortality at 16 because 8% of an enemy hero's maximum health that can be hit on all 5 enemies is so strong, especially when you consider it gets reset with these other abilities. And then at level 20, we went for Reaper of Souls. You might be able to swap this talent out for the, what is the talent even called? Final Curtain talent, or if you really needed, No One Can Stop Death. But Reaper of Souls is pretty good as it is. All these ones are kind of underwhelming, but still very fun to play. And, yeah. Well, I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. Please let me know down in the comments what you liked about it, what you would do to have won that game. And anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.